Joe Mazzulla joins us now on Zolak and Bertrand. Hi, Joe.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, Joe. Tough one last night.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing today?
Pretty good. I headed to Miami today.
All right. Get some sun down there. I know it's one of your favorite places to eat. We'll get to that. But what happened in that fourth quarter last night, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily just isolated to the fourth quarter. I think at the end of it, you take a look at it when you're playing against a really good team and good teams. I think the margins become magnified, and the things that lead to winning become magnified. And you take a look at the 35 free throws to 12, and just some of our live ball turnovers, and some of the end of quarter situation. I think the margins are magnified there, and they were able to take advantage of some of those.
Do you think some of the discrepancy there is just in terms of the amount of three-pointers that were taken by you guys versus what OKC did in terms of getting to the free throw line?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to, both teams play a third-party zone, I think they may have played a little zone playing zone, you're going to dictate different types of shots, and I do think if you, getting the free throw discrepancy does have something to do with, 2-point attempts versus 3-point attempts.
We heard about 1 out of every 5 words you just said.
Yeah, it's a little muffled, Joe.
I think you're in a bad spot.
Oh. Can you hear me? You good?
Yeah, you sound
okay.
like Charlie Brown's teacher there.
Yeah.
No, I do think that some of the discrepancy came from the 2-point attempts versus the 3-point attempts. And, obviously their zone, which they played the majority of the game, is going to dictate different types of shots. But, I still think defensively, they're a team that does a great job of testing your discipline defensively, showing your hands, jumping at pump fakes. And so there's definitely, a few of the fouls that we can control better, just kind of with our defensive discipline.
So to put up 63 3-point attempts in a game in regulation, is that something you want to be doing on a regular basis? Did you view that as do you view that regularly as something you want to be striving for?
I think we're striving to take the best shot possible on every possession, depending upon, what we have and on the floor and what the defensive coverage is and what the situation is there. So our shot quality was very, very good last night, and a lot of catch-and-shoot situations. So, obviously with some of the free throws, it took away some of our transition opportunities if we get some stops. But at the end of the day, we're just striving to get the best possible shot on every possession, and how we can go about that.
I had watched the post game last night. We all did, and the big topic was they're a real handsy team, Joe. They play aggressive. Yeah. It's a pretty good matchup against you guys. And Horford even alluded to it's a good experience for us playing a team like that because we got to be able to change some of the style we play with. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think they're the best turnover forcing team in the league, and that tests. Not only do we talk about defensive discipline, but you talk about offensive discipline, and being able to deliver passes, being able to hold seals on post-ups, being able to drive, through physicality and eliminate some of their deflections. All those things present, opportunities for us to get better at that.
Can you give us an update on Kristaps Porzingis and this viral situation he's dealing with?
Yeah, it's, from a medical standpoint, I don't have the exact details, but it's definitely, it's definitely an illness, and, he's working every day. To get back. He was with us yesterday, obviously, but, just a little inconsistent in some of his fatigue post-workout. And we're just looking more into it and just really trusting our medical team and our sports science team there. But, I do know if he was able to be out there, he would. And we just got to continue to trust, the medical process, and hopefully it just gets a little bit better every day.
Yeah, I had the stomach thing last week, Joe. I think I missed the interview with you guys and Joe. But I was exhausted.
That's what it was. I thought you were doing like community service or something.
I'm like that, Joe. I don't publicize that stuff. That's I don't want to. I just try and do the things. By the way, Joe, you got interviewed about your brother. Do you not like your brother?
I love my brother, but I think at the time a lot of those questions come pregame, and I think sometimes. My number one goal and what I'm worried about pregame is the things that go into winning for that particular night. And, sometimes it's just the timing of the question. There's more important things to talk about an hour before the game. And, that isn't one of them. But no, I love him. I'm proud of him. I'm really thankful to Will that he gave him an opportunity, and he went about it the right way. He started at URI. after URI, went over to Utah in the G League and then kind of worked his way up. So a lot of it's just timing. I think that the time before the game is the most important time to focus on, what's most important. It was the same thing with my high school. I'm forever grateful for what my high school done. I'm grateful that I get to send my son to a very similar school. And, my high school coach has had a major impact on my life and to this day. But, hour before the game, it's game time,
Yeah.
Who had the better career at Hendricken, you or your brother?
I honestly have no idea. I can't even remember.
Who's a better player if you guys go out and play a little one-on-one right now?
Was he 10 years younger than me? Probably him.
I don't know about that.
The issue.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he's 10 years. The issue with that is it wouldn't even be a basketball game.
Be a fight.
A little physical, some coins on the ground.
Does he carry coins?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah. So he's as intense as you are, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, I would say so. But I'm happy for him,
That's great. But you did, of course, go viral with that answer the other night.
Yeah, I know.
With the answer.
I mean,
Just stop the pregame interviews, Joe. Just like say, you know what? I'm
yeah,
going to talk
the
after.
pregame interviews are to me, talk about the opponent, the things that go into winning, keeping the mind frame of our team and those things. And so it's just a bad timing situation, but we'll make the best of it.
To go back to the weekend and what was going on Saturday night, that was a lot of fun, and that was a really good win against the Lakers at home. How does it feel on those nights when there's some buzz, juice in the building, and it's Celtics, Lakers? I mean, that felt like the rivalry was kind of rekindled a little bit last week leading up to that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing that you asked because it's kind of a balance of every night. Like you talk about that Celtics Lakers on Saturday night. Last night I thought there was a buzz too, and look at what the Thunder are doing. To me, it's just the gratitude and the perspective of playing and coaching for the Celtics, and the opportunity and the responsibility that you have to go after greatness and to know that every night you're protecting that and you're trying to build that and move it forward. So those last two situations, and really every night, because I think after the Lakers we played Utah, is that right?
Yeah.
And right after the starting lineups when we're getting ready to draw up the play, like you said, the West Coast Celtics chants versus Utah were just as loud as they were the Lakers. And so to me, I always enjoy those moments of where in most arenas on a certain night it may not be the intensity. But to me, those first minute and a half of the Laker game was the same in the Jazz game, and it's a testament to the city and the crowd and the people, but also the tradition and the responsibility that we have.
Any take on that Luka Doncic trade yet?
No, I don't.
No.
Not even after having a chance to see the new look Lakers? No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Are they better with them now that they have them?
Who could say, I mean, obviously they're playing really well, but, that's out of my hands, I don't like to.
Yeah. How about LeBron? LeBron James is 40 years old, and he's still playing at a high level. Is he the best player ever in the history of the league?
I tell you, from that game, the coolest part, one of the coolest parts about that game was watching him match up against Al on both ends of the floor, and watching two people bring the greatness out of each other. And it was so cool to watch. It's just Al. You take ownership and take that personal. You take on that challenge. And, there was about 3-4 possessions in the first half where they were talking to each other. They were going at it, and you saw that competitive spirit that, that Al brings and the inspiration that he has. And to watch two guys who pride themselves on, longevity and professionalism and competitiveness, to watch them go after them, it was really cool.
You know that LeBron James, within the last year, called you an effing genius. I don't know if you know that.
I do not know that. I would say he's one of the smartest players, on the court. And there's guys that you pay attention to because that they're thinking differently and they're putting themselves in different positions. And so, he's definitely a guy that can dictate and manipulate the game in real time. And you have to be aware of that because he has the ability to impact the game in so many ways.
They say he's so smart, but they always show those videos of him reading this book, and he's always on the first page. Open it to the middle at least on the next one when you're on the bike, So
I got to do Audible. I don't have the attention span to read.
You're like me.
You are an Audible guy? I thought you actually
I would pose him as a book guy.
Yeah, I thought you were straight up book guy.
I go through phases. Where like I enjoy, if I'm like more in the summertime when you're kind of leisurely traveling a little bit and you just have more and you can just pop in an Audible like if you're driving or at the airport or something. But during the season, I like the feel of a book. It's a little bit more calming and get away a little bit more.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Joe, great to talk to you again.
Good luck in Miami, bud.
Hey, yeah, we got a big weekend coming up, folks.
St. Patrick's Day on what? Monday. You're not Irish, Joe. You don't have
Big
any Irish,
back-to-back.
do you? Oh, you got the back-to-back.
No, I'm not. I'm more of an Italian festival guy.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Well, St. Anthony's Feast, a little bit of that.
Funnel cakes.
I don't think that's the draw.
No, it is.
That's the draw, quite frankly.
I've been.
Funnel cakes, what, you go in the carnival?
I'm from Pittsburgh, and they do the Italian feast.
know
all,
they
and all
do,
of them
but
there,
still.
and you go for the lemonades and the Greek ones are fun too. But yeah, they always got.
We go for the doughboys with the marinara sauce and the Parmesan cheese on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
I mean,
go.
you can't beat that.
All right, Joe. We'll talk to you again next week.
See you, Joe.
All right, folks.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.